James Casbolt died. So what happened was last night he started showing up the way dead people show up. Like when you encounter the dead, the way they show up, Casbolt started showing up in that way. And it took me a minute because I'm so like comfortable with him in the spirit that I'm just like, but then it dawned on me the way he's coming up is the way dead people come up. And I think the problem is because I spent the day with the Muslim. We like hung out by the pool and watched the basketball game, and I was grieving. And he's like, "You don't even know if he's dead yet." And I'm like, "Yeah, but dude, there's like a way that you grieve a loved one who dies. It's like it's felt in your entire body." And I asked him like, "When's the last time you lost a loved one?" And he can't remember. Like it's hasn't happened in a long time. Like I didn't really lose a loved one since 2008, like my grandfather, but I've had other people's loved ones like come to me like in the dead. And when my dog died, it was like the way Athena came to me after she died. And the way you grieve people who are so close to you, you grieve them in your entire body. Like your entire body reacts. I think it's probably more of like a feminine thing, especially like women who have lost kids. Like the way your entire body grieves the loss of a loved one, it was like that. It's gonna be like that for a little while because that's just the grieving process. And I suspect that he'll reincarnate as my kid because I just can't like it's like happy because I mean truly he was not having a good time. Like he did not have a good life and he deserves to have a good life. But he did it, like he lived his life, he lived his legacy. It's like it doesn't like I guess it does make the grieving easier, but it's like your body still grieves and processes everything the way it's going to process it. And I was like, even though I'm crying, it's like a happy thing because he he wasn't gonna he wasn't gonna have a better life than he already had. In fact, it was getting worse. But also, when you think about it, it was like he lived his life, like he did his mission. He succeeded in his mission. He got married. He had kids. Like he was 50 years old. Like he lived his life. Like he did it. Whereas like me on the other hand, I'm 35 and like I feel like my life is just starting. I have not I have not been living. I've been existing, I haven't been living. Maybe I did a mission or two and I could probably die saying I did it, but I don't think that's in the cards for me. And another thing that happens like when people pass away, their music plays in your head. So like music that I am aware of but I've never listened to is popping up in my head today. And I'm like, this is the music that he listened to when he was my age. If he was to be animated somehow, I've always said that he is the Antichrist. If he was to be animated in some way, I would be very cautious because I wouldn't if there wasn't any evidence, like there's more evidence that like he died, but if he was to be animated somehow, it'd be like Practical Magic, that movie where they resurrect that chick's boyfriend, but they're like, he's not going to come back as himself. He's going to be different. He's going to be dark. He's going to be evil. And they're like, forget it. We're going to do it anyway. I'm like, if he's animated any way, shape, or form, I'm like, I'm going to be very cautious that is not him. But what a lot of people don't understand is that the way James Casbolt was existing, he was existing with Hank Meyer in his body, possessing him, just like in the movie Get Out, where all these old rich white men were possessing the bodies of these young black men. They would abduct them and they would do some weird mad sciencey experiment on them, and then they would possess their body. That was what was happening for James Casbolt. Hank Meyer was possessing his body. So my relationship with him was like 80% Hank Meyer and 20% James Casbolt. And then, you know, when he showed up in the spirit, and I'm like, it's just purely him. And I'm like, wow, I've never encountered him this way. And it took me a minute, and I was like, oh my God, this is the way dead people come to me. And I was like, oh my God, I think he died. I think he overdosed. And it's still not confirmed, like, physically. But if he was somehow still animated, I would be very cautious that that is not him. That is totally Hank, and it's the Antichrist. And I believe he's going to be reincarnated as my kid if I have kids. Because the life that he lived, he didn't get the love that he needed. And in his next lifetime, he's going to get the love that he always needed, that he deserves, you know? So I think he's going to come back as my kid if I have one. So that's just an update for you. I know it's late because I just got back from the basketball game, but I'll check y'all again later. Have a good night. Good day. I guess you're probably going to see this tomorrow. Have a good day.